Alright, there we go, another session without trying so hard, just flowing and easy going. Easy peasy. Another session, getting better at explaining all of the contents that I am meaning to explain. And we are publishing another year. Another year. And that is going to be one from the top.
Is this the ChatGPT killer? There's a new AI in the block called Quen 2.5. You see that? Fresh mountain water. You guys see that? Fresh mountain water.
I love myself and my content. Very nice. It's so easy.
See that? Fresh mountain water. And on our quest for freedom, we've started. And on our quest to freedom, we started this.
Yes, alright. There's a lot of content that we can make. Okay, self-harmful behavior can be due to releasing physical stress due to not having learned to express yourself. And here we have to ask the questions, why have we learned to not express ourselves? Could that be due to some certain beliefs that we hold in our minds? that it is wrong to express ourselves, or that we have learned that there are certain painful behaviors that are coming from expressing ourselves, that we have learned in the past come from expressing ourselves. Well, giving access to sadness, asking for attention, placing attention away from the parental stress and arguments at home. This can be another situation of like, what is it preventing you from doing, or what is it actually enabling you of doing? What are the other behaviors? Is that giving you some kind of sense of certainty? Is it giving you something that you are running away from? Or is it rather something that I call an entryway? Or is it something that I call an entryway, something that is related to a deeper emotion that actually wants to be felt? Sabotaging relationships. Some people believe that they need to offend their partner, and when they still love them, when they are nasty, then they know that they truly are loved. Those self-limiting behaviors we need to eradicate because they produce failure and stand in your way. To test the partner's love and see whether the partner would still love them even if they behave in a bad way. One's partner is a reflection of who one himself is, and who one is a result of who one habitually thinks one is. That is also very important, because the thoughts that we tend to think tend to manifest over a long enough time horizon. They become true, and so in that reason we can think and speak our life into existence and make the life real based on the thoughts that we think each and every day. When your partner doesn't confront the truth inside of him, although he knows that it's the right thing to do, he is unable to confront these things in you, or shoot you straight, or address these issues in yourself. This is called a mirror principle. What we are not able and capable of seeing within ourselves, we cannot perceive on the outside. That's why we are not seeing ourselves. We are not seeing life. We are always seeing ourselves in life. We are always seeing the meaning that we derive from ourselves, what the things mean to us. So two people see a picture frame, and one person may see the memory of their father because they remember the picture of the father that they had that passed away. The other people are remembering academic accomplishments because they love to have certificates in the picture frame, and other people think about their personal goals because they have that framed, and other people think about a painful experience in the past because they've shot a ball around the house and knocked down a picture frame, and then they got beaten almost to death, and they remember that was very horrible. So we don't see life, we see ourselves in life. We see the meaning that we derive from that. And so here's the interesting dynamic in all of that. What we cannot see in ourselves, we cannot see in other people. We cannot see in other people, we cannot see in the world. So we have to be able to look at that in ourselves, to point out these things inside of ourselves, for us to shine the light of awareness and consciousness on these things inside of ourselves. And only then we are going to be able to see these things in other people on the outside. Comparing oneself with others. It can be either a way to release self-directed anger, to get oneself into connection with one's shame or guilt or grief, or all of these negative emotions that we're usually running away from, that we now want to be feeling, that want to come through us, that want to come out of us, that want to be felt. Releasing self-directed anger. The belief is, if I just treat myself harshly enough, that I might change. We think that this is the way for us to get to where we want to be, to get to what we need to do. If I feel truly sad, others may pay attention to us. If I feel truly sad, others may pay attention to me. Sadness. Calling to truly live the life of my dreams. Calling to integrate a certain part of yours. To truly live the life of yourself, truly live the life of your dreams, and truly integrate a certain part of yours. It might be due to the belief of insufficiency, explanation of the core wound of how wanting to be different than you are comes from. Healing the belief of insufficiency, leading to truly living your unique strength, calling to courage to be yourself and do what you truly are here to do. Now, where does this come from? Why do we believe that we need to be different than we are? And here we need to take a look at the core wound of ourselves. And here acceptance we need to take a look at, because acceptance is oftentimes perverted into its very opposite, and it's met with avoidance. Acceptance does not mean positivity. That's what a lot of people get wrong. They think I should accept myself, and they equate that with I actually need to be positive, feeling positive about myself. What acceptance rather is seeing the truth of what truly arises in you emotionally. And now why is that important? Because if we don't face the truth and confront what's truly there inside of us, it will bite us later on. Because the things that we don't feel, that we shun away, they will come back to us. Whatever we resist persists. In the sense that we shut it off, we don't want to feel that, but they still want to be acknowledged, they still want to be there. So we manifest situations on the outside that make us confront these certain topics that inside of us we tend to run away from, right? And so whatever we resist usually persists. You cannot let go of something by pushing it away. You can only let go of something, of accepting it and letting it pass. You cannot push it away and like make it pass. You gotta like let life flow through you. The things that are happening to you, they happen to you for a certain reason. And when you accept them, you can also learn to accept the very lesson that is contained in the things that are happening to you. Calling to you to truly live the life of your dreams, calling to integrate a certain part of yours. It might be due to the belief of insufficiency, explanation of the core wound of how wanting to be different than we are, where this comes from. Coming back to the belief of insufficiency, leading to live your truly unique life the way that you want to be living, your unique strengths, and also the calling of courage to be yourself and to do what you are truly here to do. So how to stop comparing yourself? You see, when we were young, something occurred that I call the core wound, and that is related to the egoic entity. And that basically means that, our ability to anticipate the future and to relive the past is our survival benefit. It's our unique survival advantage that we have in this lifetime. This is our unique survival advantage that we have here in this lifetime, that we're being granted by God in this lifetime. Because you see other animals, they have claws, or an ant has a certain hard outside shell that protects all of their inner workings, of their organism. And so they can drop from 100 feet to the ground and keep going and live. They don't break a leg, they don't break their back, they keep going. You try that and drop from 100 feet. So we don't have that, we don't have claws, we don't have a special sensory acuity like snakes have. They can sense, vibrations from the ground. They are very, very acute in these senses. Maybe not very cute, but their senses are acute. They may not be very cute, but their senses are acute, sensory acuity. And so we don't have that. But what our unique capacity is as humans, we have the ability to anticipate the past and to relive the past and to anticipate the future. This is our survival advantage here in this lifetime. This is our unique survival advantage here in this lifetime, for us to be able to relive the past and anticipate the future, because in that way we can plan ahead, we can think, we can imagine, we can anticipate the future or imagine the future and making it real. If we really think through, it's like, okay, how can I make a trap for this certain type of animal? And you just don't let go and you talk to others and you keep going. At some point you will manifest the realization of your desire. And that is the seed of God inside of us. The ability to manifest things with the words we speak to ourselves and to other people. We can imagine that visually, but then at some point we got to put it into words. We got to contain what we want to manifest with words, so that these words manifest and bring into reality what we so desire in our visions. What we so desire from our visions, right? And so this is the seed of God inside of us. And so this is the seed of God inside of us. To be able to manifest, to be able to speak the word and speak our reality into existence. Now, obviously, in the beginning was the word, and the word was God, and God is the word, and the word is the word, and so it's all good. And that's instant. The word appears and it manifests. You speak it into existence right away. For us, for us mortals, it does take a little bit of lag time, but eventually we will manifest what we speak into existence. If we speak it consistently, we really mean it, and we actually act upon those words. We share them with other people. We really habitually speak that, continuously speak that, and that will manifest. And so, yeah, that's how our egoic entity started, right? Because we need something to relate the world to. And our mental abstraction for us to specialize and find the rules in society, for us to be able to live together in large gatherings of people, large groups of people, large societies where there are many hundreds or many thousands of individuals. The way it works is by specialization. And so we need to abstract ourselves and make a certain concept of ourselves, of who we are in society, so that we can relate life to us. So in order to conceptualize life and conceptualize the workings and our dealings with life, we need to relate it to us. So we need to build a certain self-concept. And it is my firm belief, and I have yet to prove that it is part of growing into maturity to let go of the egoic entity. Because we can truly exist without the egoic entity. Now we need that to find our way, but I believe from the time we are 13, 14, 16 years old, we do not need that to live. We need that to first of all find ourselves and to find our place in society, and we need that in our path of maturity and path of growth. But in our current society, it's not taught in this way, and it's not our value that we go through a process to overcome our egoic entity, surrender that, and merge with the rest of life. Because as long as we experience ourselves as our egos, meaning as our mental abstraction, meaning of the idea of who we are, our concept of ourselves, separate from the rest of life, we, in my opinion, have not grown fully into maturity and or full efficiency. So if you are somebody who performance in life matters to you and you're competitive, that might be your competitive advantage. That you find the courage to go through the process of inner death and learn to live without that, without the egoic entity. But as I said, we are yet to prove that this is possible. So I will keep you updated on that. But that's my firm belief, and that's kind of the future that I see and the path that I am myself on. So with that, how do we stop that on various levels? Action steps. Putting social media away. If you can't do that, stay away from gyms or nightclubs or certain places of the time where you learn to be by yourself and acknowledge your own unique strength. And so the way that we learn that to be by ourselves and to be ourselves is that we learn to be by ourselves and alone. Okay, why do you reminisce about past relationships? Self-directed anger, sadness release, oftentimes memories that are related to other people. So this might be part of the person that you reminisce and that you feel that you're not getting in your current relationship. Okay, that's great. So what we're doing right now is we're going to shut that off, we're going to relax, go do some more messaging and LinkedIn outreach. And get myself